Right now, as you're listening to this, you're thinking. Maybe you're thinking about what I just said. Maybe you're thinking about what you need to do later. Maybe you're thinking about lunch. Thoughts are happening. Constantly. All day. Every day. From the moment you wake up until you fall asleep. The average person has about 6,000 thoughts per day. That's a thought every 10 seconds or so. Most of these thoughts just happen. Automatically. Without you choosing them. They appear. They disappear. They keep coming. And here's the problem. Most people are so inside their thoughts, they can't see them. They are their thoughts. Today we're talking about something different. Something that changes everything. Observing your thoughts. Not changing them. Not judging them. Not controlling them. Just observing them. This is called metacognition. Thinking about thinking. And it's one of the most powerful skills you can develop. Let me explain what I mean. Right now, you're having thoughts. About what I'm saying. About other things. Whatever is in your mind. But there's also something else happening. You're aware that you're having thoughts. You can step back and notice them. That awareness. That ability to observe your own thinking. That's metacognition. It's like being the audience for your own mental performance. You're not just thinking. You're watching yourself think. Why does this matter? Because when you can observe your thoughts, you're no longer controlled by them. You can see a thought for what it is. Just a thought. Not a fact. Not a command. Not the truth. Just a mental event that appeared and will disappear. Most people don't make this distinction. A thought appears. And they believe it. They react to it. They act on it. I'm not good enough. They believe it's true. They don't like me. They take it as fact. This won't work. They give up. But when you can observe your thoughts, you create distance. You become the observer, not the thinker. And in that distance, you have choice. You can decide whether to believe the thought. Whether to act on it. Whether to let it pass. This is not easy. Your thoughts feel like you. Like your voice. Like reality itself. But they're not. Thoughts are just mental events. They arise in your consciousness. They're influenced by your past. Your mood. Your biochemistry. They're not necessarily true. They're not necessarily useful. They're just thoughts. Let me give you an example. You're about to give a presentation at work. A thought appears. Everyone will think I'm stupid. If you're inside the thought, it feels like truth. It creates anxiety. It makes you want to avoid the presentation. But if you can observe the thought, you see it differently. There's the thought that everyone will think I'm stupid. It's still there. But it's not you. It's something you're noticing. And when you notice it, you can question it. Is that actually true? Do I have evidence for that? Or is that just my anxiety talking? This creates space. Space between stimulus and response. Space where you can choose how to act. Viktor Frankl said it best. Between stimulus and response there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. Observing your thoughts creates that space. And in that space, you find freedom. So how do you actually do this? How do you observe your thoughts? It starts with mindfulness. Paying attention. On purpose. In the present moment. Without judgment. Mindfulness is not about clearing your mind. It's not about stopping thoughts. It's about noticing them. You sit quietly. You focus on your breath. And when a thought appears, you notice it. There's a thought. You don't engage with it. You don't follow it. You don't judge it. You just label it. And return to your breath. This sounds simple. It's not. Your mind will wander. Constantly. That's normal. That's what minds do. The practice is not to stop the wandering. The practice is to notice the wandering. And gently return. I'm thinking about work. Notice. Return. I'm planning dinner. Notice. Return. I'm judging myself for being distracted. Notice. Return. Over and over. This is the practice. Not perfection. Just noticing. Psychologist Dan Siegel calls this, name it to tame it. When you label an emotion or thought, you reduce its power over you. Brain scans show that naming an emotion activates the prefrontal cortex, the thinking part of your brain, and calms the amygdala, the emotional part. Just the act of saying, I'm feeling anxious, or, I'm having the thought that I'm not good enough, creates distance. You're no longer the anxiety. You're the person noticing the anxiety. That shift is everything. Let me teach you a specific technique. It's called thought labeling. You can do it right now. Notice what you're thinking about. Whatever thought is present. Don't try to change it. Just identify it. This is a planning thought. This is a worry thought. This is a judgment thought. This is a memory. That's it. Just label it. Notice what kind of thought it is. And let it be. This simple practice creates observer perspective. You're stepping back. You're watching your mind work. Another technique. Imagine your thoughts as clouds passing through the sky. You're not the clouds. You're the sky. Clouds come. Clouds go. The sky remains. Thoughts come. Thoughts go. You, the observer, remain. This metaphor helps. Because clouds don't require action. They just pass. You don't need to grab them. You don't need to push them away. You just watch them drift by. Your thoughts work the same way. They arise. They pass. You don't need to do anything with them. You can just observe. Here's another approach. Treat thoughts like pages written on water. In Buddhist philosophy, this metaphor illustrates impermanence. You write something on water. It appears for a moment. Then it's gone. Thoughts are like that. They appear. You notice them. And just as you become aware of them, they pass. Replaced by another thought. This helps you see thoughts as temporary. Fleeting. Not solid truths. Now let's practice together. Right now. Close your eyes for a moment. Or keep them open if you prefer. Just bring your attention inward. Notice your breathing. Not changing it. Just noticing. Air moving in. Air moving out. Now notice your thoughts. What's in your mind right now? Don't judge it. Don't change it. Just observe. I'm thinking about. Whatever it is. Label it. Planning thought. Worry thought. Judgment thought. Just notice. Now let it go. Return to your breath. Another thought will come. That's fine. Notice it. Label it. Let it pass. This is the practice. Simple but powerful. Notice. Label. Return. Open your eyes. What you just did is metacognition. You observed your thinking. You created distance between you and your thoughts. That distance is where self-awareness lives. That's where you stop being automatic and start being conscious. But here's what's important. This is a practice. Not a one-time thing. You don't observe your thoughts once and then you're done. You practice. Daily. In small moments. When you're stressed. When you're anxious. When you're angry. Pause. Notice. What am I thinking right now? Label it. I'm having the thought that this is terrible. Not, this is terrible. But, I'm having the thought. That subtle shift creates space. You're no longer fused with the thought. You're observing it. Over time, this becomes natural. You start catching your thoughts automatically. You notice patterns. Oh, there's that thought again. The one where I convince myself everyone is judging me. When you see the pattern, it loses power. Because you recognize it. It's not new information. It's just your mind doing its thing. Let me address something. You might think, if I just observe my thoughts and don't believe them, I won't be able to function. That's not true. Observing doesn't mean dismissing. It means seeing clearly. Some thoughts are useful. They help you solve problems. Make plans. Understand things. Those thoughts, you can engage with. But many thoughts are not useful. They're just noise. Worry. Rumination. Negative self-talk. Those thoughts, you can let pass. You don't have to believe them. You don't have to act on them. Observing helps you distinguish. Which thoughts serve you? Which thoughts don't? That's wisdom. That's conscious living. Here's a practice you can use throughout your day. Set 3 alarms. Random times. When the alarm goes off, stop. Notice. What am I thinking about right now? Don't change anything. Just observe. Label the thought. And continue. This builds awareness. You start seeing your thought patterns. You notice what your mind does when you're not paying attention. Maybe you're always planning. Always worrying. Always judging yourself. Whatever the pattern, observation reveals it. And once you see the pattern, you can work with it. Not fight it. Not suppress it. Just recognize it. Oh, my mind is in planning mode again. That's what it does when I'm anxious. This recognition is powerful. You're not your anxiety. You're the person noticing the anxiety. Another tool. Journaling. At the end of each day, write down your dominant thoughts. Not everything. Just the themes. What did your mind focus on today? Work stress. Relationship concerns. Self-criticism. Future worries. Writing them down creates distance. You're putting thoughts outside of yourself. Observing them on paper. This helps you see patterns over time. I worry about the same things every day. Maybe it's not the situations. Maybe it's how my mind works. That insight changes everything. Because now you know. It's not the world making you anxious. It's your thinking patterns. And thinking patterns can be observed, understood, and gradually shifted. Here's what I want you to understand. Your mind is not you. Your thoughts are not you. You are the awareness behind the thoughts. The observer. The consciousness that notices. When you realize this, you gain freedom. Because thoughts can't control someone who's observing them. You can have the thought, I'm not good enough, and not believe it. You can have the thought, this won't work, and still try. Because you recognize. That's just what my mind does. It generates those thoughts. But I don't have to follow them. This is not positive thinking. This is not replacing negative thoughts with positive ones. This is stepping back from all thoughts, positive or negative, and seeing them as mental events, not facts. Some will be useful. Some won't. But none of them control you unless you let them. In the next video, we'll talk about understanding your triggers. What sets off certain thought patterns. Why you react the way you do. But that work requires this foundation. The ability to observe. To notice. To create distance. So practice this. Every day. Multiple times a day. When you're walking, notice your thoughts. When you're eating, notice your thoughts. When you're waiting, notice your thoughts. Don't judge them. Don't try to change them. Just observe. I'm thinking about. Label. Let pass. This simple practice will transform your self-awareness. Because you'll stop being your thoughts. And start observing them. And in that observation, you'll find space. Clarity. Choice. Freedom. Your thoughts will still come. That won't change. But your relationship to them will. They'll become weather. Passing clouds. Mental events. Not commands. Not truths. Just thoughts. And you'll be the sky. Constant. Aware. Free. Start today. Right now. Notice what you're thinking. Just notice. That's all. That's everything. I hope this video brought you something meaningful. If you find it helpful, please like and share it with someone who may need it. Subscribe if you would like to hear more stories like this. Wishing you a calm and peaceful day.